Bob Odenkirk has always been known for his sharp wit, no-holds-barred humor, and candid reflections on the entertainment industry. But in a surprising and deeply honest admission, the Emmy-winning writer and actor recently opened up about his time as a writer on Saturday Night Live, revealing that his younger self may have been too critical of the legendary sketch comedy show. In a recent interview, the Better Call Saul star reflected on his stint at SNL during the late 1980s and early 1990s, a period often described as turbulent for the show's creative direction. While Odenkirk made significant contributions to the writing room and helped shape no classic sketches, he admitted he was kind of a prick back then, driven by idealism and a relentless desire to push boundaries. "I was too hard on SNL. I was a very young man. I was 25, and I was a little bit of an ideologue. I believed comedy could be better, the show could be better, and I still believe that, but I was just a jerk about it." From passionate writer to seasoned veteran, Odenkirk joined Saturday Night Live in 1987 and remained on the writing staff until 1995. It was during this time that he wrote the legendary Matt Foley motivational speaker sketch, performed by Chris Farley, a piece that remains iconic decades later. Despite such high points, Odenkirk recalls struggling with the structure and pressures of the show. "I didn't know how to collaborate. I didn't know how to express my opinions constructively. I was always frustrated. I wanted to be proud of what I did, and sometimes that passion came off as arrogance." Back then, Odenkirk was surrounded by fellow future comedy giants, including Conan O'Brien, Adam Sandler, and David Spade. But unlike some of his contemporaries, who embraced the fast-paced, often chaotic nature of SNL, Odenkirk admits he struggled with the show's rigid format and weekly deadlines. "The thing about SNL is it moves at lightning speed, and you don't always have time to refine or rethink things. That's tough for a writer who wants every word to count." Changing perspective with time. Now, with the benefit of decades of experience and success in both comedy Mr. Show and drama Better Call Saul, Odenkirk says he's developed more empathy for the show, its producers, and its ever-changing cast of writers and performers. He also acknowledges the value SNL holds as a cultural institution. "Look back now, and I realize how much that place gave me discipline, exposure, and a real crash course in how TV comedy works. But at the time, I didn't see it. I was focused on what I thought was wrong, instead of appreciating what was right." Odenkirk also explained that his younger self had a tendency to look down on more traditional or broad comedy, favoring edgier, experimental humor that didn't always land with a mainstream audience. As a result, he found himself often at odds with the tone of the show. "If it didn't feel subversive or new, I didn't want to do it. That limited my ability to appreciate how smart and funny a lot of my colleagues were. I wish I had been more open-minded." Lessons learned. Since leaving SNL, Odenkirk has carved out a career that's as unconventional as it is impressive. From co-creating Mr. Show with Bob and David, a cult comedy staple, to transforming into a dramatic powerhouse in Better Call Saul, he's proved that his instincts for innovation weren't wrong, just, perhaps, ahead of their time. Today, he encourages young writers and creatives to balance passion with humility. "There's nothing wrong with wanting things to be better, but you've got to learn how to work with people, how to listen, and how to pick your battles. I didn't know how to do that yet." A full circle moment. Interestingly, Odenkirk's son, Nate Odenkirk, has now entered the comedy world, even working with The Onion and creating his own humor-driven projects. Watching his son navigate the industry has added another layer to Bob's perspective. "Seeing my son do this stuff, he's brilliant. By the way, it's made me realize how important it is to support young artists, not just critique the system they're working in." Bob Odenkirk's reflections serve as a powerful reminder that growth often comes from moments of self-awareness and humility. While his time at SNL was marked by both brilliance and frustration, it ultimately became a foundational chapter in a storied career. In the end, Odenkirk's journey from a disillusioned 25-year-old writer to a seasoned and self-aware entertainer showcases not only the evolution of a single artist but also the ever-changing landscape of comedy itself.